What does it mean in terms of a direction for the country now?
It's a significant change. I can't emphasize how much things will be different in this country with Lula's election. It means a return to policies to save the Amazon. It means developing government programs to eliminate hunger again. It means policies to create vehicles for people to participate in decision-making stages of the government through a series of conferences and other activities. It really will transform the country again.
Short-term, Professor, though, we haven't heard whether Bolsonaro will concede defeat, and there have been concerns leading up to this election that he will challenge the outcome. What does that mean for short-term stability?
Well, I think we have to wait to see what happens tomorrow morning. Clearly, international leaders have already indicated their support for the new government. The Biden administration has agreed to help with transition if that's necessary. And our greatest concern, I think, for people observing Brazil is that the current government will do everything possible to block a successful transition. He will be in power for 2 more months, and the question really arises whether he'll collaborate with the Lula administration as it appoints ministers and starts to set up the government, or whether it will boycott that transition.
But are there questions about just how democratic and how legalistic the new government will be? We know that Lula himself has huge questions. We know that his appointee after him, Dilma Rousseff, there were questions over her reign as well. Is the world looking at a new, glorious, democratic era for Brazil, or are there still big questions, James?
I think no one who has followed the situation in Brazil cannot but understand that Lula will enable the country to return to a kind of democracy which has been violated in the last 4 years by the Bolsonaro government. And the most egregious recent events were the use of billions of reais in government spending in the last 3 months before the election campaign. This is something that, according to Brazilian law, is illegal, but it was very difficult to challenge the government's policies because it was a special aid program to the very poor. And even though Bolsonaro illegally channeled this money to people in order to buy votes, it was very hard to challenge that in the Supreme Court or in the Congress. I think that people don't have questions about Lula's intentions to run a government that is very democratic and very participatory. I think the issues will be whether there will be serious investigations of the things that took place in the Bolsonaro government that need to be studied, including his policies on COVID-19 and other corruption scandals that have been filed away, have been hidden away by the current attorney general. So it's the expectations of many observers that the new government will start a government of transparency again and to reveal to the public some of the activities carried out by the Bolsonaro government, which have been put under a 100-year seal of secrecy. Lula has promised to open up these files and this information so that the country can become more aware of what was happening in the last 4 years.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.